The Dopamine Detox Protocol is the method by which you can cleanse yourself of the bad habits. It's the only way you can make the greatest progress in your life, whether it comes to business, work, or relationships. It is a protocol that, if you stick to it, can completely transform you into a superhuman. And in this video, I'll explain how and why. First things first, what is a dopamine detox? It's a word that has been thrown around a lot post-COVID era, and it may mean different things for different people. But to put it simply, dopamine detox is the idea of cleansing or detoxifying your mind of the overstimulation of the modern world in order to reset your dopamine receptors. In the current age, people are always glued to their phone or computer screens, and they are addicted to their social media platforms. Any free time they have, they spend it scrolling on TikTok mindlessly. It starts off as a harmless way of passing time, and you'll say, I'll only watch it for a couple minutes, but then end up spending countless hours just scrolling and scrolling, and at some point you'll be like, oh wow, I really just spent 2 hours on TikTok. That's crazy. And this experience is common among people because that's how these apps are made. They're designed to hook you and flood your mind with content, overstimulating your brain. Think of the phrase TikTok attention span. You know that one friend that can't focus on a topic for more than a minute, and they get labeled as having TikTok brain. But that's not just something that you use to make fun of your friends. There is some validity to that concept. It's been shown that spending a great amount of time on social media apps can drastically lower your attention span. When all you do is scroll on these apps, your brain can't focus on a single important task. And I know I'm using social media addiction as an example, but it's not exclusive to that. Bad dopamine or cheap dopamine can also come from things like junk food, video games, and binge watching shows. Your dopamine receptors get fried while doing these things. And this is why it is so hard for you to study or go to the gym, or read a book or start a business. And that is why it is so imperative that you learn the dopamine detox protocol, so you can get your life back on track and not be like the many mindless and soulless masses. But now that we have covered why it is so important to start, let's cover how you can get on it. The next step is for you to think long and hard on a big goal or a dream that you have in mind for yourself, something that you can see yourself doing in the next few years at least. Don't try to copy what others are doing. Think about something you're genuinely interested in and somewhat passionate about. My advice would be to start on a business or make content online on a subject you're familiar with, but whatever it is, try to think of something. And I want you to have that on your mind every day if you can. Let that be your North Star, the lighthouse for your ship of dreams. Think of what that type of person would be like, the type of person that's already achieved that goal. Think of all the actions and steps someone in that position would have taken, and then relate it to where you are and do the things necessary to get to the next step. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to this as your core task. If you're starting a business, learn about the cost of manufacturing and fixed costs. Take a day to learn about your competition and another day about proof of concepts that already exist. Now, I know some of you are probably like, okay, but how does this relate to dopamine detox? Well, the dopamine detox protocol will work best, in my opinion, when you have a big goal to chase and aren't just going mindlessly from one day to the next. Do you get what I'm saying? It is easier to hop off the bad addictions in your life if you're instead busy working towards something. With ambition comes desire, and with desire you can actually make progress on what you want. Okay, now that you have a core task for yourself, let's talk about the list of ways you can detoxify your brain. Meditation is a powerful tool one can use to be more mindful in the day-to-day activities. If your brain is overstimulated, what do you think would be the best remedy? To do the exact opposite, to get as little stimulation as possible for a select time. And meditating doesn't have to be anything fancy. Don't make it complicated, pick a time and place. I recommend the time right after you wake up, and close your eyes and sit still. Start a timer for 2 minutes and only pay attention to your breath. Now, of course, you will start thinking about something, but that's okay. Just return your focus to the breath and the present, and that's it. You do that every morning, and I promise your attention span will increase. Another thing I recommend for you to do to cleanse your mind is to engage in physical activity daily. Whether it is yoga, swimming, football, or weight training, get your body moving and set a goal for yourself that you can realistically achieve. Physical exercise will greatly increase your quality of life and naturally boost you with the neurotransmitters that make you feel good. Remember what I said about your dopamine receptors getting fried. Exercise can help you undo that. Okay, so you're consistently meditating and exercising, and you even have core tasks that you can do for your business. Now comes the final piece, the thing that puts it all together, and that is a military-style schedule or a timetable. I preach about this all the time in this channel, and it's for a reason. Having a calendar and actively blocking out time for your core tasks and other important things in your life will make you so much more productive. It is insane. Personally, I use the Google Calendar app on my phone and computer to block out the habits that I'm trying to install, along with the core task for me, which is scripting and recording videos. I even go as far as listing the time that I wake up and the time that I go to sleep. Yes, I try to be as specific as I can be without blocking out every step that I take. The point of this exercise is to ingrain the good habits in your mind using a strict schedule so that eventually, once you do these things enough, you'll naturally know what to do and when to do it. And even the things that may seem hard at first, like doing deep work or going to the gym, becomes routine and natural. Having a timetable like this can also help you to be more disciplined, so you don't have to rely on motivation to do the things that you know that needs to be done. Starting your core tasks tomorrow will be easy for you, but to keep doing that for the next year will be a little more challenging. And without a guide like a calendar or a timetable, it'll be easy for you to veer off track. And that's that. The Dopamine Detox protocol is the most powerful and efficient way of cleansing your brain of all the junk and cobwebs. It's a way to lock in, if you will, and make habits that will positively impact your life for the foreseeable future. I highly encourage you to get on this path. Get on this lifestyle. It will be worth it, I promise. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.